Hello students, in our previous video we have seen the example 1.6 on board, but that was not clear. So I am providing you a proper solution of 1.6. So which I have taken from NCERT book class 12th. Here one equilateral triangle are given in the question which has some point charges on vertex, that is q1, q2, q3, and the value of these charges are q. And sides are also given, that is L. So it is equilateral triangle, so all angles are 60 degree. So this is the question where on point Q that placed on a center point, that is centroid, that is capital Q, you can see in figure 1. So this is the point where we have to find the net force because of all those points which are placed in vertex. Okay, so question is clear. So if we will extend the force on point Q because of Q1, a small q1, so what will happen? The resultant force of FQQ3 and FQQ2 will be equal to FQQ1. Okay, which you have seen in figure 2. I have already mentioned this. And these forces will cancel out to each other. Why? Because one is applied in a upward direction and other one is applied in a downward direction. So definitely they will cancel out to each other, and the same will happen with Q2 and Q3 with the point charges of Q2 and Q3. So what will happen? All charges will be cancelled out to each other and the net force on Q will become 0. But we should prove it. So let's see the proof. So the center point we have marked O, where the capital Q charge has been placed, and all vertex we have joined with point O, so that will be become OA, OB, OC, and the measurement we have taken R. So they all are equal. OA equal to OB equal to OC equal to R, small r. Now by Coulomb's law, the force on point Q, capital Q, because of Q1 will be K into Q1, Q2, and the Q1 is Q, small q, and Q2 is capital Q, upon the distance between the charges is R. So that will be R square. So first we have to find out the value of R. So how we will find? We know that OA equal to R, and if we will see the property of equilateral triangle, so OA equal to 2 by 3 of AD. AD is the perpendicular which we have taken from the base BC. Okay, so that will be 2 by 3 of AD. So first we have to find out the value of AD. If we will take a triangle ADC, we have separated that triangle from figure, so it will be ADC, where AD is the base. Now AD will work as a base, AC will be hypotenuse, and DC will be perpendicular. So in equilateral triangle, angle A was 60 degree, but now we have taken the perpendicular AD, so it will divide in equal parts, that will be 30-30. So we have taken the angle 30 degree. So cos 30, we know cos theta equal to, by trigonometry properties, cos theta equal to base upon hypotenuse. And what is base? Base is AD and hypotenuse is AC. So AC value has given, that is L, and in angle and in the place of theta what we will put 30 degree. So cos 30 having value, that is root 3 by 2, and root 3 by 2 equal to AD upon L. L will be multiply with root 3 by 2, so AD is root 3 by 2 L. Now we will put this value in the place of AD on A to find out the OA. So OA equal to 2 by 3 cross root 3 by 2L. 2 cancel out, and if we will break 3 into root 3, then again root 3 and root 3 will be cancel out. So it will become L by root 3, which is the value of R. Okay. Now simply we will put the value of R. So the force Q1 is equal to 3kq into q by L square. Similarly, for force on Q, because of point charge Q2 and Q3, we will get the same expression. Why? Because Q1, Q2, Q3 is equal to Q, small q, and the distance between them are small r. So the value will be equal, the expression will be equal. Now from component method, if we will see the force FQ2, so it will divide into axis, that will be x-axis and y-axis, and similarly FQ3 will be divided into axis, that will be x-axis and y-axis. In figure you can see. Now the force on x-axis because of point Q2 and force on x-axis because of point Q3 will be cancelled out because the both forces will be similar. So in x-axis they will cancel out to each other. So in y-axis the force will FQQ2 sine 30 for force FQQ2, and force FQQ3, that will be FQQ3 sine 30, and the resultant force will be added, and now simply we are adding here. So FQQ3 sine 30 plus FQQ2 sine 30, that in y-axis. So the value of sine 30, why we have taken sine 30? Because the theta has given 30 degree. Okay, and when we will put the value of sine 30, that is 1 by 2, and in bracket we have separated 1 by 2 from the bracket, and we just put the value, that is 3kqq upon L square, 3kqq upon L square, and the both variable are same, so they will get added simply. So what we will get, 3kq into capital Q upon L square. This is the expressions of resultant of the force FQQ3 and FQQ2. Now in the figure 2 you can see the resultant is equal to the force of FQQ1, which is going to applied in downward direction. So the both forces are equal. So they will cancel out to each other. If they are cancelling to each other, so the other forces and their resultant will cancel out to each other. So the net force on point Q, we will get 0. I hope this is clear to you. If it is not clear, so again I will try to make it in simplest form. Thank you. But you should tell me on comment section that this is clear to you or not.